Namaskara. A very happy sharannavaraatrotsava to all of you. Navaratri is here. It's actually called Navatram, sharannavaraatrotsava. In Sanatan Dharma, in Bharatiya Samskriti, there are two prominent Navaratras. One is the Vasanta Navaratram, the other is the Sharannavaraatrotsava. Vasanta Navaratram comes with Yugadi, the 9 days of celebration. And that is specially for the Saumya Rupas of every, could be Devi, Shiva, Vishnu. They are the Saumya and the Ugra Rupas of every Devata. The Saumya Rupas with Lalita Kala, with a lot of fine arts and other activities, spring celebrations we see in the Vasantotsava. In the Sharadutsava, the Sharannavaraatrotsava, this is dedicated for Veera Rasa. That is the Ugra Swarupa of Shiva, of Vishnu, of Devi. So we celebrate the Shakti Devatas, we celebrate Durga Parameshwari, Kalika Devi, we celebrate Rama who vanquished Ravana, we celebrate Narasimha, we celebrate Shiva's Rudra Pralaya Swarupa. So we contemplate on the Shakti part of Paramatma. Most popular of all is the Shakti Devata Aradhana because she is very dear to us. Amma, our Mata, is very dear to us. She may be Rajarajeshwari, but she is ultimately our Amma, she is our Mata. So that gives us a special connection, intimacy with her. We become her babies and we get the special credit or the benefit of being very close to her, being forgiven by her for every wrong that we do. So the worship of Mata is very special in our parampara. There are many auspicious days dedicated to Shakti Puja. Of them, the Sharannavaraatrotsava is very, very special because Sharat Kala comes just after the rainy season. The rains are all stopped. The rains have stopped. The skies are very clear. So the Chandra, the Sharat Chandra, the Chandra of the Sharat Kala is very luminous and the stars are very well visible. And it is perfect for all kinds of outdoor activities. So we see a lot of Sainya Pradarshana, we see outdoor games and sports and wrestling and voting and outings and picnics and even Simo Langana. Our kings used to go on expeditions or battles during this time. And this is the time for Adharma Nasha, Dharma Rakshana and Adharma Nashana. So all these beautiful ideas are contemplated through the Navaratri. And the Shakti Devata, Jagannatha, Durga Parameshwari, in all her glory is holding all these brilliant weapons to vanquish the evil and protect the good. She is doing Dharma Rakshana. So we celebrate Sharannavaratra in many ways, depending on where we live, our geography, our background, our cultural background, our occupation, and our family traditions and so on. Everything is right. Let there be never confusion as to, oh, what to do. They do it like this, they do it like this. There's so many contradictions, I'm confused. Please never think like that. There may be hundreds and thousands of styles of worshipping. But what is most suitable to me? If I'm in Karnataka, I'll do it in the Kannada style, which is very natural and easy for me. I'll follow what my parents did. I learn from my gurus, from my traditions, my cult. And you can do it in your style. Somebody can do it in their style. So whatever is the style of expression and celebration, the contemplation and the spirit of celebration is very much the same. And the contemplation is on the Durga Parameshwari, who is Dharma Rakshaki and Dushta Shikshaki. Dharma Rakshika and Dushta Shikshika. So the contemplation of the Devi is very important. So there are many ways in which Devi is worshipped. If I could name a few. One of the most popular pan-India styles of celebration is studying or doing the Parayan part of, we call it Chandi part or Durga Saptashati. In the Markandeya Purana, there is one part of it which has 700 shlokas called the Durga Saptashati. It has 3 chapters, Prathama, Madhyama and Uttama Charitam. In the Prathama Charitam, there is a story of how Devi inspired Mahavishnu to vanquish the Madhukaitaba Asuras. And in the second, the Madhyama Charita, there is a story of how Durga Parameshwari manifested from all the Devata Shaktis and vanquished Mahishasura. And in the third story, that is the Uttama Charitam, there is a story of how Jagannatha manifested as Aparajita and she further manifested the Dasha Mahavidya Rupas and countless Shakti forms and vanquished the huge army of Shumba and Shumbha including Rakta Bija, Chandamunda, Sugriva, Dhumralochana, and so on. So it's a very, very fascinating story. And in the first story, she manifested as Mahalakshmi Swarupini and vanquished Madhukaitabas. In the second part, she manifested as Mahakali and she vanquished Mahishasura. In the third part of the Uttama she manifested as Maha Saraswati and vanquished all the Asura tribes belonging to Shumba and Shumba. This is a very popular Chandi part or Saptashati Parayana, which is kind of a base for the Navaratram. So the first 3 days are dedicated to Mahalakshmi, the middle 3 days to Mahakali, and the last 3 days to Mahasaraswati. Or there's another krama, there's another style where we base our celebrations on the Varaha Purana's version, where in the Chandi Kavacha of Varaha Purana, there is a mention of the Navadurgas. And it is like this: Prathamam shailaputri cha dvitiyam brahmacharini, tritiyam chandraghanteti kushmandeti chaturthakam, panchamam skandamateti shashtam katyayaneti cha, saptamam kalaratrishcha mahagaureti cha ashtamam, navamam siddhidatri cha navadurgaha prakirtitaha. So in each day we celebrate each form of Devi. The first day is Shailaputri. We know the story of how Sati Dakshayani, this daughter of Daksha, married Shiva much against her father's wishes. Her father was Daksha was arrogant and hateful of Shiva for no reason. So, but Sati was a very noble woman, very dignified woman, greatly in love with her husband, and she could not tolerate when Daksha performed a yajna just to insult Shiva. She tried many ways to counsel and correct her father, but she could not. Finally, she self-immolated herself in the Yogagni, and the Daksha Yajna was thus halted. And then Shiva was angry. He sent Veerabhadra, who destroyed the Daksha Yajna. But then, on the request of Daksha's wife, he revived Daksha back to life. But Sati Dakshayani was charred to death. After this, a long pause was there, and there was a very tyrannic demon called Tarakasura. Was such a bully, and he had to be vanquished only by a Shiva Putra, the son of Shiva. He thought that Shiva has lost his wife, he will never marry, so he will not have a son. So he got the boon that I shall be vanquished only by Shiva's son. So now Shiva had to marry. It was an emergency for the Devatas. The Devatas prayed to Sati Dakshayani, who was now abstraction, invisible, formless, invisible. So they prayed to her, and answering to their prayers, and also answering to the prayers of Meena Devi and Bhavan. They had 100 brilliant sons, noble and handsome and healthy and worthy and valiant, but they were not satisfied. They wanted a daughter. So tell this to your feminists. They wanted a daughter, so they performed yajna. They performed a tapasya. And Devi answered them, and she was born as Parvati or Shailaputri. So she was this little girl, beautiful, smart and diligent and very, very virtuous and very special in every way. And she had great love for Shiva from her very younger days. So this is the Shailaputri, who is worshipped as a kumaari in the first day of Navaratri. Some people worship her as a little lad, little girl between the age of 2 and 9. And some people worship her as a grown-up woman also. No problem, whatever is our tradition. So, Prathamam Shailaputri cha. And there are many other ways we can worship in the form of a Grama Devata or a Kula Devata or as a Nadi Devata. We can go to a temple, we can go to a matha, we can offer Annadana there, or we can do the Saptashati Parayana, we can perform the Shodashopachara Puja at home. We can invite somebody very dear and respectable to us, like elders of a family or a Dampati or a couple or a Sumangali or some children, and give them food, give them some vastras, saris and dhoti, etc. Give them some gifts, or we can donate for Annadana. We can participate in the Gita, Nitya, Vadya. We can participate in the processions or bhajans or dandiyaras. Kolatam we call it in South India. And in South India, of course, we have a very, very special way of celebrating that is called the Bombay Habba in Karnataka. It is called Golu in Tamil Nadu. In Andhra, it is called Bommala Pandaga. We have a very beautiful arrangement of mud dolls, clay dolls, unbaked clay dolls. The concept is that from the Jagannatha, the formless Jagannatha, till down to everything in creation is her form. So at the top we have the Pattada Bombay, the main Prakriti Purusha, and then we have which are made of wood which can never dissolve. And all others, from them we have the Trimurtis and the Devatas and the Saptarshis and the Avatara Purushas. We depict Krishi, we depict agriculture, we depict sports, and then gardens and animals and birds and trade and commerce and armies and everything. Every aspect of our life is depicted through beautiful doll arrangements. We have a Kalasha in between, and the whole thing is seen as Devi's manifestation. Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samannite. She is Sarvaswarupa. She is everything. Everything in creation is her manifestation. So to meditate upon this, we do these dolls and we worship the whole arrangement of dolls as Durga Parameshwari's form. And so it's such a beautiful way to tell our children that everything is one Chaitanya. Never have this discrimination in them. So Sanatana Dharma is full of such great ideas, and we have this dolls arrangement. We go from house to house doing the Kolatam Dandiya, and to see the dolls in their house, they give us Bombay Bagina. They give us very small kinds of gifts and sweets prepared exclusively for little girls and boys, and we enjoy them. They sing the Bombay songs, the doll songs. All these beautiful aesthetic cultural events have slowly got diluted because of the Macaulay effect, because of the leftist discriminations, because of our own carelessness. Let's shed this and come back. Let us revive all these beautiful traditions. Let's enjoy, let's celebrate. Let Navaratra be a very, very Sanatana spirit for us. Let's dress like Indians. Let's wear our beautiful choicest saris and Indian dresses, tilaka and hairstyles. Let's wear our jewelry. Let us decorate our houses beautifully like a pakka Sanatana house. Let's arrange all this, do puja, do worship, get together, dance, sing, go on processions, go to the temples, go to the mathas. Let's listen to Saptashati. Let's do the Patha Parayana. Spirituality is beautifully preserved in this beautiful Dharmika culture. It is very stupid to say, I am spiritual but not religious. That is meaningless. If I want to drink water, I need a container. If you want to contain spirituality, you need a Dharmika cultural container for that, and that is what our festivities give us. Let's celebrate Navaratri with great enthusiasm and love and passion and thrill, and let us make it contagious to our children also. Let this Navaratra be not just a festival but a beautiful expression of our love for the whole of creation, behind which the great grace of Jagannatha is there. Once again, I wish you all a very happy Navaratri.